Hey, good morning, everyone. Actually, it's afternoon, man. It's been a long day already. I've been working trying to get my YouTube channel up. Uh, I did a brief intro about it uh, last night to a couple friends. And again, my tagline is going to be no opinions, just facts. And today I'm going to talk about our budget, our American budget. And I'm getting my data straight from the OMB. Their tagline is efficient, effective, and accountable. And this is for the fiscal year 2019. All right. So I'm not going to make up anything. I will be talking directly from the people that manufactured this documentation, these documents, this living document, actually. But today I want to talk about one of the topics they have in here is protecting our veterans. I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to go into some numbers because statistics don't lie. What's that? What's that? Oh, professor, you said you got liars, you got people that you got lies, you have damn lies, then you have statistics. So I always like to deal with statistics. I like to deal with facts. I'm trying to present not necessarily an argument, but to back up what I'm pushing forward. Well, let me proceed. This thing again says protecting our veterans. The budget fulfills our promise and obligation to care for our veterans and their families, men and women who answered our nation's call for help and sacrificed so much to defend us. Our veterans have earned nothing less than absolute best care and benefits after their service has ended. And the budget provides the funding necessary to treat them with honor and respect they deserve. It is our nation's duty to ensure veterans have access to the medical treatment they need when they need it, and that they have a choice when it comes to their care. The budget also ensures that veterans receive training and support to re enter the workforce and find well paying jobs. That's a mouthful. But anyway, I'm going to, that's now I'm going to get to uh, how they're going to do that. I'm only going to hit the highlights, like they said, what they provide for. Everything sounds, it all sounds good, in theory. Then we get to the practice of things, man, and that's what all falls apart. Because people are like, man, this is not, putting the X's and O's up on a board, nobody's in front of you is very easy to execute until you put that 300-pound guy in front of you with a guy that runs a 4.2, and it's like, oh, that's not as easy as I thought it was. You got some different type of challenges coming your way. All right, but I'm in the Department of Veteran Affairs section. I also printed this off myself. So I invest in that because I like being informed. I don't watch it. I watch television, but I take it for what it's worth. But I do my own research. Remember, there's always two sides to a pancake, two sides of a pancake. So you need to make sure you want to be right in the middle and know that you're making an informed decision whenever that time comes, whether it's voting, local politics, or national or state elections. All right. Just a couple of highlights from Department of Veteran Affairs dealing with, again, protecting our veterans, which is what this segment is called. All right. The Department of Veteran Affairs provides veterans of armed forces and their survivors with a wide variety of benefits, including but not limited to health care, mental health services, homelessness programs, service-connected disability compensation, readjustment counseling, vocational rehabilitation, education, and home loan guarantees. Second bullet, the budget provides resources to implement a multifaceted strategy to modernize and transform VA to meet a growing demand for access to health care, improve the timelessness and effectiveness of a non-medical benefit delivery, and promote internal accountability to reduce waste, fraud, and abuse. Yeah, waste, fraud, and abuse. Now let's get to the number aspect of this thing. Third bullet, the budget requests. This again is for fiscal year 2019. The budget requests $83.1 billion for VA and $8.7 billion, or 11.7% increase from the 2017 enacted level. So it was an increase. In addition, uh, $75.6 billion is requested for advanced medical care appropriations for 2020 to ensure the department has the resources to continue providing high quality medical services to veterans. In addition, the budget also requests new legislative authorities and 122.7 billion in mandatory budget authority, including 121 billion in 2020 advanced appropriations for other veteran and survivor benefits. Again, another mouthful, but those are huge numbers. And I went and done a little research. I went to the National Coalition, particularly for homeless veterans. But they seem to have it. If you look at this, it seem to have it covered. Medical health services, healthcare, homelessness um, programs, service-connected disability compensation, readjustment counseling, vocational rehabilitation, education, and home loan guarantees. And again, homelessness is one that jumped out at me because as I drive around, I've seen homeless veterans before. I don't know if they're veterans. They say they're veterans. You see people holding a sign. You never know, and it's a crazy world we live in right now. But you want to try to provide people with the resources if they need them. And by the way, if you know a veteran in crisis, and I repeat this number again, I have a number for you to call for them if you have a veteran in crisis again. It's 1-877-424-3838. And this is 24/7 assistance, 365, 24/7 assistance. But you also, in your local community, reach out to the mayor, your city council, and see if they have any other programs that they have that could benefit veterans as well. All right. Again, that number is 1-877-424-3838. That's 24/7. But again, I like to deal with statistics when you talk about certain things because people be blowing a lot of smoke, and I don't. That's not my style. All right, it's not my style, and I'm not even. I don't get emotional about a lot of things, but I hate being lied to or just betrayed. I was lied to. But anyway, frequently asked questions about homeless veterans. Frequently asked questions about homeless veterans. The U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs states that the nation's homeless veterans are predominantly male, with roughly 9% being female. The majority are single, living in urban areas, and suffer from mental illness, alcohol, or substance abuse, or co-occurring disorders. And then about 11% of adult homelessness populations are veterans. What really struck me was the next sentence. The next paragraph actually, it states roughly 45% of all homeless veterans are African American or Hispanic, despite only accounting for 10.4% and 3.4% of the U.S. veteran population, respectively. Another thing, again, those numbers are very skewed. So we got to, as a society, we got to figure out, okay, I just gave you the numbers about, the $83.1 billion, $75.6 billion, $122.7 billion, and we have that going on. So something like calculating. Okay, homeless veterans are younger on average than the total veteran population. Approximately 9% are between the ages 18 and 30. Can you imagine you have a son that's 18 or 30 that went and served the country, now they're homeless? Okay, yeah, they do have mental issues. I just gave you the document here. There are resources in your community to get them the help they need. Now, you can't make them get it, but you know it's there. So talk to them and try to help get them where they need to be at, so we can get them healthy and well. Okay, and 41% are between the ages of 31 and 50. Okay. Conversely, only 5% of all veterans between the ages 18 and 30, or less than 23%, are 31 and 50. All right. So I'm going to read through the next paragraph. American homeless veterans have served World War II, the Korean War, Cold War, Vietnam War, Grenada, Panama, Lebanon, Persian Gulf War, Afghanistan and Iraq, OIF, and the military anti-drug cultivation efforts in South America. Nearly half of homeless veterans served in the Vietnam era. Think about that for a second. Nearly half of the homeless veterans have served in the Vietnam era. Hmm. Do some research on your Vietnam, how they were treated when they came back. Just think about that for a second. Two thirds served our country for at least 3 years, and one third were stationed in a war zone. Okay, it's astounding. What caught me here was I went to OND and I did that shit. Desert Storm in the '90s with 82nd Airborne Division. And the hat I got on here is once I returned from Korea, uh, I was assigned to Fourth ID in Colorado Springs. But again, approximately 12,700 veterans of Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation New Dawn are homeless in 2010. So that's less than 10. That's a decade. So we got soldiers with issues, don't matter male or female, black, white, it's irrelevant at this point. They are homeless as soon as they come out. That bothers me. Okay, so most people don't know what does the term homeless really mean. So I want to give you what those bullets are as well. So when someone said they're homeless, or you're really not sure, like, man, what is the definition of homeless? Well, in addition to the complex set of factors influencing all homelessness, extreme shortages of affordable housing, livable livable income, and access to health care, a large number of displaced and at-risk veterans live with lingering effects of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and substance abuse, which are compounded by a lack of family and social support networks. So, man, they feel like they're alone. They have nobody they can really turn to, really vent and just talk to. I mean, just listen. They don't have that. The sources are there though, but we need to seek them out and get them in the right direction. Additionally, military occupations and training are not always transferable to the civilian workforce, placing some veterans at a disadvantage when competing for employment. So we have to do a better job of that. We do a horrible job. We do a horrible job for our vets once they leave the service. We do. And as a senior non-commissioned officer, um, I tried to make sure I took care of my soldiers on their way out, because that, to me, they have families, and I want to make sure they had all the resources that they needed to be successful. I can't say it was always done for me early in my career, but I think people have different priorities. But the bottom line is, it's not just about that person that you're taking from a 17, 18-year-old soldier. Now he's married with a family. You want to make sure he has a stable, secured, he's doesn't have to worry about anything at work. And when he get out, hey man, go do what you need to do. And just make sure you get back with me for the end of the day. And that's how I did my business anyway. It worked. And people say, man, doesn't the VA take care of homeless veterans? Again, to a certain extent, yes. Each year, VA specialized in homelessness programs provide the health care to almost 150,000 homeless vets and other services to more than 112,000 veterans. Additionally, more than 40,000 homeless veterans receive compensation benefits each month. Also, since 1987, VA programs for homeless veterans have emphasized collaboration with such communities, service providers, to help expand services to more veterans in crisis. Uh, VA using its own resources and in partnership with others has secured nearly 115,000 residential, rehabilitative, and transformative beds, more than 30,000 permanent beds for homeless veterans throughout the nation. These partnerships are credited with reducing the number of homeless veterans by 70% in 2005. More information about homeless veteran program, you can find at va.gov, homeless programs, ASAP. I'm about 15 minutes. Didn't really want to go that long, to be honest, man, but it's a lot of data to cover. If you really like this topic and want me to talk about it more, go in more detail, I have a lot more information, but I'm trying to be cognizant of people's time. But I just want to get something out there to let you know that if you have a family member that's a veteran, let's get them the help they need. Male or female is relevant, but we do have a rising case of female veterans becoming homeless. So, uh, again, that number is 1-877 424 3838 24/7 3665. Again, my tagline is no opinion, just facts. And all my information is coming straight from the government or Tarrant County or the Beige Book. I will be talking about politics, I'll be talking about sports, and also education. Okay, so all those things I will talk about, my personal experiences. Um, but it'll be things that people smarter than me put together. But I'm just kind of people pressed for time. Again, I don't want to take much more of your time. I went a little over actually. I want to stay between 10 and 15 minutes. I'm currently down 16. But again, if you want me to go further, go more, let me know. If you think I should shorten it up, let me know. And it's about the people, and I'm just trying to get the information out so we can, for one, be more informed, educated, and more efficient Okay. Again, I'm Signing off. Byron Bradford. Again, no opinions, just facts. Hey, have a fantastic day and have a great week.